upcoming art show. Education Today starts now!
Hello, welcome to Education Today. I'm Carlisle from Ford City High School in the Armstrong School District. Parents and kids, write this date down now. Thursday, May 18th will be the first day of the Armstrong School District's annual art show at West Shamokin High School. The school is just off Route 85 outside the town of Rural Valley. You and your family won't want to miss this celebration of our students' artistic talents. The art show also happens Friday, May 19th and Saturday, May 20th. Today, we're lucky to have Lana Simmons with us, an art teacher from Elderton Junior Senior High School. Welcome to Education Today.
Thank you.
Please tell us briefly about yourself and what you do.
My name is Lana Simmons. I am a teacher at Elderton High School, and I teach art 7th through 12th grades.
Coming into the show, what are some of the things that the people are going to see?
They're going to see paintings, drawings, sculptures, all kinds of mixed media work. We're going to see some work from the other visual departments such as wood shop, metal shop. We've invited the home ec. And you're also going to see some work from other areas of the school such as the science departments, English departments, any projects that they created that involved that art, we asked them to also come into the show and be a part of it.
So there's a big variety. Mm-hmm. Now, how did this idea for the art show come about?
The idea came about, this is the 8th year, so 8 years ago. It was started by Mary Jo Valasek, the teacher who just retired from Ford City, and she thought that it would be a great idea to celebrate all the different kinds of artwork and showcase all the talents across the district.
It's good to know that we're keeping up with tradition. In general, what do you feel is the importance of art education?
Art education is an important part of education. It's often forgotten, and it's good to bring art in because it includes all the different areas. It includes sciences, math, social studies, histories. It's all included together in art, and art kind of brings it together and helps it develop and be enforced through all types of education.
A big important. Okay, we're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be back in just a few moments with more of Lana and our art discussion.
Hello, I'm Bill Kerr, Superintendent of Schools for the Armstrong School District. The theme for American Education Week, A Strong America Begins with Great Public Schools, continues throughout this school year. I see public education as a great investment, an investment in quality educational programs and services that continues to yield countless benefits to strengthen our schools and communities. We're proud that our students did a commendable job on the 2005 state math and reading assessments. Their work, along with those of their teachers, enabled all schools in the Armstrong School District to make adequate yearly progress under the federal No Child Left Behind Act. Congratulations to all involved. Also, we're grateful for the parents who remain committed to their children's education and are involved every day to help not only their own children, but are involved as parent volunteers in our schools. Thank you for your commitment to improve education. I value the partnership with our parents, teachers, administrators, support staff, school board members, and citizens. By working together for progress, we can collectively lead the Armstrong School District to the next level of achievement in the coming years. Thank you very much.
If you're just joining us, we're talking with Lana Simmons about the upcoming Armstrong School District Art Show. It's set for Thursday, May 18th, Friday, May 19th, and Saturday, May 20th at West Shamokin High School. This is a must-attend event. We're now going to take a look at some of Armstrong School District students' artwork, and we'll be right back with more Education Today. That was great artwork by our students. Now, back with Lana. What sort of artwork have your students done throughout the year? What types of media?
We worked with pencil, colored pencil. We worked with mixed media, such as combining pencil, colored pencil, crayon. We've also painted. In the background, we have some artworks that they studied by famous artists. And they had to use oil paint or the work that the type of paint that helped develop the idea of the painting the most accurately. We're working on clay right now, and then my students are also working on an online newsletter, and they also are creating a website instead of working on a research paper. That will be up on our school webpage, on Elderton's webpage.
What are some of the challenges of creating with each different type of artistic media?
It all takes a lot of practice and a lot of patience, just generally. With oil paint, for instance, oil paint is a very messy medium, but it's also very fluid and allows for a lot of mixing of colors right on the canvas. But again, it also takes a lot of patience and a lot of practice. With pencil, it also takes a lot of control, a lot of practice, and a lot of patience. Colored pencil, the same way, a lot of color theory and mixing colors. And those are just a few of the mediums that we've worked with so far.
Yeah, working with clay myself, I've cracked a few. of my arts in the kiln. But could we please and try to mention everyone who is helping to put together this art show, if possible, and what their roles will be?
Okay. Well, this year's host of the show is Donna Weaver. She is the senior high art teacher at West Shamokin. The show rotates through the different upper schools. So she'll be this year's host, along with her principals. Then there's myself, Robin Lemon, who teaches at Katanning, as well as the other Katanning art teachers, Val Flieger and Kimberly Barnett. And then there'll be all the other art teachers from all the different schools. Ed Johnson, who's split between the different elementary schools. And then I guess all the other teachers. It's hard for me to remember all their names.
So a lot of people are putting hard work into this.
A lot of people, a lot of time, because we have approximately 5,000 artworks that we put up for just a few days. So it takes a lot of hands and a lot of time. And then as well as the administration who gave us permission to have the show.
What age levels will like this show?
All different age levels will like the show, I'm sure, from the youngest to the oldest. We have all kinds of different artwork there. There'll be artwork from the elementary schools. I'm not sure if kindergarten has artwork in the show, but I know from first grade up through sixth grades will be in the show. So all the parents can come and see, the grandparents, and they should come and take pride in what they're seeing in their kids' work. And then the upper level students, of course, the 7 through 12. So any friends, parents, grandparents are welcome to come.
What aspects do you think will appeal to the younger kids and some of the older
I think for the younger kids, probably the different colors, the really bright, bold, eccentric works of art. There are a lot of sculptures that are going to be there that used imagination. They had to make fictional characters, I know, and make sculptures from those. So those, I'm sure, will be really appealing to the younger kids. And also, I'm sure seeing the older kids' work and the reproductions that they've done. For the older crowd, I would think that they're going to be impressed by, I think, the overall setup of the show and then all of the artwork, because you can see the progression of the different levels that the students are at. So I think that that would be beneficial and interesting for all of them.
Well, there's definitely a lot to see. Tell me, please, the story of how you became interested in art and eventually became an art teacher.
I've always been interested in being creative. I grew up in a rather creative environment, but not in the traditional sense. I didn't grow up in a family of artists and painters, and I grew up in a family of contractors and construction workers and people who were always home improving and cooking and baking. So I tried to continue on with that. It was something that I always loved, and having done it my whole life and helped and been involved with that, I kind of decided that maybe that's something I should do and share it with other people, and that's why I wanted to become an art teacher, well, a teacher in general. I wanted to be able to share the knowledge that I had and the love that I had for teaching, and then I chose art. I just felt that it was something that I could really advocate for and positively teach towards.
How do you think parents and grandparents can promote artistic ability and appreciation in their kids' lives?
I could go on and on about this one. Teaching kids today about art and giving them the opportunity to create their own art is difficult. Somewhat it can be emphasized through the family by passing on different traditions, such as cooking or building or even non-traditional arts, crocheting. Those kinds of family activities can be enhanced, but the kids really need to not stunt their kids' growth as far as the art is concerned, and allow their kids the opportunities to go out and to try it. You know, if they have a science project or something to do, well, let's see what we have in the garage, or let's see what we can create. Or if they're younger, I know my daughter, she likes to build things out of anything, and she's only 2, and I don't stop her because her little mind is just going. So I think that just allowing your kid to get up off the couch and go out and play and build your tents and your forts and play with the bricks outside. I think that that's really important to help their creative growth, and it's really important for families to really, let them go, support them, even if it's not a Renoir or a Van Gogh that they're painting or drawing. It could eventually be.
It's important to enforce artistic ability and creative talent at a young age.
Yes, at every age.
As an art educator, if you could change the world, what would you like to see happen for every child's artistic development?
Oh my. This is a really tough question. I'd like every child to at least have the chance to develop their sense of art history, at least to know, be knowledgeable, or at least to be able to recognize works of art that are around us in the world. Art is a tremendous way of documenting our history, and even before cameras and video equipment, art was the only means of recording history. So I feel an incredible need to show and share that with people. So going to museums, I'd love to see old pictures, old artifacts, because that tangible evidence, that is all that's left of some civilizations, some ways of life. Art, American art, for instance, our America has changed so much, and without the documentation of those artists, we would have no idea what America looked before in the Industrial Revolution, for instance. So you can see what we've lost and learn to appreciate it. So if I could change every child's artistic development, I'd like to at least have some kind of knowledge and appreciation of what we had and what we still have, and the value that art takes in that aspect of life.
Very well said. So do you feel that every student should be involved in the arts?
Certainly.
Do you feel that some people are born with an artistic talent, or do you feel that it is an acquired talent?
Excuse me. They say that sometimes it is, you are born with, the right brain theories, the left brain theories. I don't think necessarily, however, that it's they're born with artistic talents. I just think that some people just have a natural affinity towards drawing, for instance. But I do think a lot of it has to do with their environment. If you have a creative environment, even if your parent or your caregiver isn't someone who draws or paints, but if you're being given pencils and crayons and things all the time, as opposed to video games or other mechanical toys, that you're going to develop that talent.
That kind of leads us into our next question. What does it take for a child to develop an artistic habit?
Oh, all sorts of things. I think the most important thing to have for artistic talent to be developed is support of the family. I've been in a lot of homes where kids don't even have crayons or paper, and it just amazed me because I couldn't believe that there wasn't any crayons available for the kids to just color on paper. So I think that that's the most important aspect of the development of an artistic habit, really the family support. But if a kid shows interest in the arts and is exposed to the different kinds of arts, and whether it is the visual arts or music arts, they're going to be drawn towards what they like the most.
Well, Lana, is there anything else you'd like to share?
I'd just like to say that the future of art education in this area is really in the hands of the schools. I know that with the high stakes testing that we have, we're across America, that we're in, under a lot of pressure to really push to do better in maths and sciences and the other areas, English, and eventually will be history and areas such as that. But art education really brings together all of those areas. Excuse me. Art is really an important part of the education of the overall child. It really does reach out and teach. It really does reach out and grasp all the different areas, such as the math, sciences, English, social studies. With that, it takes the parents as well as administrators to create that environment that we need art. A lot of kids get lost in education because maybe they're not so great in science, or maybe they're not so great in math, etc. And they need those areas. I'm not saying it's not as important, but if sometimes, and what I'm seeing a lot, especially in my school, is that they include the art into their classes through different projects instead of just doing the traditional paper or test. And it really helps the kids make that tangible connection with art and the other areas. So I'd like to just say that you should come and see the art show and really understand that its value is tremendous. This area in particular, there's a lot of talent, and we are very grateful to even have an art show, and everyone should come and see it, and really appreciate that little time that we have to view it, because there's a lot of work that goes into the show, and I know a lot of people take a lot of pride in all the work that they've created.
It'll definitely reinforce the talent in this area.
Oh, certainly, certainly.
Well, that's our show for today. Lana, I'd like to thank you.
Thank you.
For appearing on the show. Hope you had a great time. I'd also like to thank our film crew. Today we had Ford City High School TV production students led by teacher Barb Keller. Way to go, guys. Please join us again next week for another look at the Armstrong School District. Check out our website to see updated news and information about the district and this very show. Have a great week.
Hello, I'm Catherine Mantini from Fort City High School, and this is what's going on around Armstrong School District. A group affiliated with Armstrong School District is offering the public a chance to get rid of musical instruments that are sitting around the house unused, and to get a tax deduction as well. The AHS-TV Foundation, a nonprofit group that works to expand educational opportunities for youth, is asking the public to donate gently used brass and woodwind instruments for its newest program that will get instruments into the hands of students whose families may not have the funds to buy an instrument. Got a dusty trumpet sitting in your attic? Cobwebs in your clarinet? You could donate that instrument and help a student discover a new musical talent, says Lisa Lambert, Vice President of the AHS-TV Foundation. Some 38% of Armstrong School District students receive free or reduced price lunches. So the volunteer trustees of the foundation believe that there will be students who can benefit, Lambert said. The program is called Do-Re-Mi. This stands for Donated Refurbished Musical Instruments. It is made possible through the partnership with Murphy's Music Center of Leesburg. Gently used instruments should be dropped off by June 15, 2006 at any of the district's elementary schools except West Hills due to the current construction and renovations. Well, that's all for now. I'm Catherine Mantini from Fort City High School. Keep watching.
She's a mute. Mute the bottle of water.
Catherine the mute.
Yeah. That's our host, Catherine the mute. And Julie's Catherine. She doesn't have any coffee.
Going to bust the crab dance out.
That's it. We're not in the mood.
You're not ready for that.
That's just more eating.
Do a blended
And it's a jump to the left. And just a step to the right. And put your hands on your hips. And bring your knees in tight.
Activity to play as is.
You have a CD.
And Catherine the mute. Of the coffee.
Catherine the mute.
Of the water.
Okay. Time to cool down. Hit it with the sprinkler.
And we turned to the index and we found that
Bunions.
are addressed on page 208.
Run over me like you're doing on your
No, that. What should I be doing? I don't think I remember it. Huh?
Why don't you give something teleprompter? It has to be short to the point.
This is Fort City High School.
Art show next.
Stay tuned for the ASD art show.